The very first person that I dated, I was 15 when I met him, 16 when we started dating, and 17 when he tried to kill me. That was my first introduction into what should have been a loving relationship. The drama and trauma behind that, because you can imagine there was a whole lot in that story. The drama for me caused me to completely have this aversion to anything aggressive. Aggressive language, aggressive words, aggressive mannerisms, heightened emotion, any of that, because in my very limited world with my tiny tool bag of weaponry was the precursor to something that can end your life. And so I knew after that experience and coming out of that and realizing that the protections that we seek, especially as young women, from the legal system are very much tainted by the way that they view the circumstance. And so I get that lesson. I understand what's going on. And so I really tell people I went from the scariest situation ever to just a guy that was really nice, and he wasn't aggressive, and he was soft-spoken. And so the dichotomy between those two experiences, I'm gravitating over here because that one almost killed me. And I'm talking about gun to the head, pull the trigger. So as I'm kind of coming through this, my parents are getting divorced, and I decide to, so I come from a strict family. Like there was no opportunity for a lot of missteps. My mother was very strict, as was my father. And so I became pregnant at age 21. And, did not think about any other options, didn't entertain any other options, but I knew enough about my family to know that I also could not come home as an unwed mother. And so I decided to get married. So I didn't have that packaged, you fall in love, you date, you get married. I was like, I don't want to get in trouble. My parents are going to be horribly disappointed. And on the personal accountability side, I did this. Now it's my responsibility to make it right and not negatively impact anyone else's life. So it was almost like, all right, you did the crime. I know this is a stretch, but now you got to go do what you got to do. And so got married very early, had my oldest son at age 22. And then decided that my commitment was not necessarily as crazy as it sounds to the person, but to the institution. So I still did the things that I was supposed to do, but I did not start the relationship the right way, and it never grew into that. And I was married for 19 years, but I was married again to the commitment. So yeah, very young, much too young to get married.